And this is all about wildflower empowerment, right?
It is, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if people aren't empowered, then how are they going to move forward? You have to move forward.
Oh, and these are life decisions. And I've read statistics about the amount of post-decree litigation that happens because it didn't come together correctly the first time around.
Yeah.
Post-divorce litigation is incredibly expensive, usually not so successful, and it's emotionally just gut-wrenching, correct?
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Two things about post-decree litigation. First thing is, if there's already orders in place, I'm trying to spray paint off of a brick wall. It's very difficult, so that's why it's usually not
Great
successful.
analogy.
The other issue with it is, what got you in that circumstance in the first place? Was it because you didn't have attorneys and you wanted to just agree to disagree? Well, then you're in a situation where you already have orders, you already have agreements, especially financially, that you cannot go back and change.
We're on the topic of education and Wildflower being all about education. What are your suggestions for women educating themselves before they start this process?
If people are going to these websites or they're Googling divorce tips or whatever the case may be, make a list of those things and see if they think that they apply to their circumstances. And then when they go into their attorney, say, well, how does this apply to me? How does that apply to me? And if the attorney's saying it does or it doesn't and not really explaining why or why not, well, maybe that's another red flag that we can say, is this attorney really listening to me?
Yeah.
Are they really taking my case to heart? Or are they just running through the attorney mill?
When a Wildflower comes to us and says, well, I'm going to speak to my attorney, but I don't even know what I don't know. I don't know what to ask her. What should we be telling them? How do you prepare for that first meeting? Because they're nervous. They're really nervous.
Of course they're nervous. It's like when I go to the doctor and I forget everything that's wrong with me. I know I'm there for a reason, but I don't remember why. It's the same thing. Those people need to make a list of the things that they're concerned about. Maybe they don't know the legal terminology, but they know what they're concerned about going forward. I'm not going to be able to pay my rent. I'm not going to be able to retire. So they make a list of their concerns and then just be honest with their attorney and say, hey, I don't know this.
So what are the expectations of a woman as far as expecting her legal provider to really advocate for her?
If they feel like they're not getting information from their attorney, they need to speak up and advocate for themselves. And whether it be through education, through, I'm sorry, I just don't understand this word, I'm sorry, we're going to an initial status conference, what does that mean? What does mediation mean? That attorney should be educating them. And so women can say, I don't know what's going on here, then the attorney should not gloss over that. And if they feel like they're getting glossed over, then they need to change legal counsel.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, that's a really, really good point. We have a lot more to talk about. So I think you've done a great job of encouraging women to just, as I say, take a deep breath and understand that they do have some options. But will you come back and talk with us again?
Of course.
Oh, thank you. So stay tuned, everybody, because we have lots more conversation to come with Rene Capron.